I am Ralph Armstrong, MD, a psychiatrist and addictionist, and an active board member of Ventura County Medical Resource Foundation, VCMRF. My abiding passion has been, what can we do to assist disadvantaged small children, or any children for that matter, to grow to their full potentials? Well, first off, we'd like to ensure a strong beginning. Enter Yale's Minding the Baby program, or MTB. Earlier this year, my board kindly approved $3,400 to send 2 clinicians to the Yale University Child Study Center Minding the Baby program this July in New Haven. I want to tell you about a SKYPE meeting we had on February 26, 2014 with the principals of the MTB program. But first, let me go over with you what this program is about. It is about the mental health of babies and small children. Why is this of critical importance? I believe it was William Wordsworth who wrote, "The child is father of the man," in 1802. Wordsworth's prescient verse was given scientific credence by John Bowlby in his attachment theory, which says that an infant needs a secure relationship with at least one mother figure if it is to develop normally. Bowlby's protege, Mary Ainsworth, through elegant research with mothers and their small children, found that 3/4 of children have a secure attachment, good enough if you will, while 1/4 suffer an insecure attachment, which in turn can lead to anger, anxiety, depression, and addiction later in life. These findings have been found to hold true worldwide. So what were the mothers of securely attached children doing that the other mothers were not? Let me give you an example. I was caring for a 19-year-old woman addicted to crystal methamphetamine. She responded well with therapy and treatment. She really got with the program, and she attained a year of sobriety. Now 20 and with a boyfriend, she got pregnant and delivered a healthy boy. She brought the now 3-month-old baby in to see me. The baby was tense and fretful. As he cried, she jostled him harshly, then stuffed a pacifier in his mouth, then a bottle. More tension and crying. Finally, she said, "I'm thinking of relapsing." I said, "I think I know what's the matter." I told her she was having trouble connecting with her baby, trouble soothing him, trouble finding the zone, trouble figuring out his cues. I said, "You don't know how to read him." She listened attentively, then took the baby, laid him on her lap, looked him in the eye, shook her head, and said, "I don't know how to read you." There was a moment of truth, and he relaxed. They both felt the connection. I asked if her mother might be able to help her connect. Big mistake. Seems that mother could only harp and criticize. She had mentioned that she attended a church. Might she ask some of the older women who attended there to help her? She returned in a month, and both mother and baby were much more relaxed. She had followed my suggestion, and the church women had warmed to the task of helping her. Even her mother got the idea. I asked her what she took away from this exercise. She replied, "I realized it wasn't about me, it was about him." Now, I haven't attended an MTB program, though my wife Kay and I will attend in July at our own expense. But I think this case summarizes their mission, a program geared to vulnerable young mothers of firstborn children, to help them get out of themselves, to get past their egocentric preoccupations, and to be able to connect with their babies as persons, thereby ensuring their true head start in life. This capacity to set aside one's own viewpoint and to consider, weigh, or try on the mental position, the mind, of another, to feel another's feelings, and to do so with compassion is called reflective function, or RF. The thought process that makes up RF is called mentalization. It takes effort to mentalize, for our default mindset is egocentric. But the capacity is there, and its exercise can be learned. My meth addict's mother may have failed to nurture it, but my patient didn't need psychoanalysis to access it. The MTB program sets out specifically to teach it. Does it work? Is it working? A 5-year multi-center trial is now in its 4th year. Mental health, public health, and life course outcomes have been very encouraging. Those in the MTB intervention group report significantly less angry acting out on the part of their children. Also, 1.5% of the mothers in the intervention group had a turnaround pregnancy, as opposed to 15% in the control group. If early childhood mental health is so crucial to the future adjustment of children, how does Ventura County measure up in its ability to provide services to this population? The SKYPE interview with Lois Sadler and Arietta Slade, both of Yale, clips of which we will now show you, reveals that Ventura County is deficient.
So we thought you probably would want to begin by telling us what your thoughts were about having Minding the Baby there, unless you want us to start on our end. But it seemed like you had some things that you wanted to kind of lay out. So.
Well, I'll start with myself. I'm a psychiatrist, and I'm retirement age and then some. And but at the beginning of my career, I realized that I was putting out fires over here that started way back here, and it was. And now, so at this point in my career, it's kind of exciting to just go to the source, where things really start. And when I discovered the mentalization and minding the baby, I said, "This is it. This is what I'm really, really interested in." And so we're really interested in pursuing it.
Yeah, I started being interested in postpartum depression, women's healthcare issues around 2007, and I'm at one of the outpatient clinics of Ventura County Healthcare Agency. And we started doing postpartum depression screening with an Edinburgh postnatal depression scale at about 6 weeks. And in my own clinic, I found what the national reports would show: about 15% of the patients were scoring a 10 or 12 or higher. In reading the literature, there's a piece that's not the mother, and it's the outcomes of the children that I was concerned about. And there really is very minimal. There is some in public health, but there's not a lot of follow-up for the families to make sure that the mothers and babies are doing well, and the mother is using the baby's cues to fill its needs of warmth and touch and feeding and so on and so forth. And of course, in this Minding the Baby program, Ralph told me about it. It just seemed to be the final piece of putting together an identification of patients with postpartum depression, treatment of the depression, and then looking at the families and seeing what services they actually need. So that's kind of where I come to the interest here.
Do you have any infant mental health people in your system?
No, that's okay. No, we really do not have specialists, at least on the behavioral health side, for the 0 to 5 population, which is, really where what I'm alluding to is that we are at a place where, especially with the prevention that we're now focusing our attentions on, we really need to identify some strong practices and then identify staff to go through some pretty rigorous training.
I also think there is a big lack, in our county with the actual infant part of it.
Right.
I mean, even the program that used to be, that we used to have with First Five went more for like the preschooler and pre-kindergarten child. But as far as babies, nothing, really nothing.
What I think we need is for you to come out here and help us out, and just immerse us in a training that would expose everybody and get us started. That seems to me to be the.
We need to get people interested in it.
Right. Well, it sounds like, from what you've told us this morning, it sounds like there might be a variety of ways that that our model could be integrated. I mean, this obviously will be up to you, but a variety of ways that you might be able to use, you know, the work that we've done.
In conclusion, the cornerstone of the mental health of persons is laid down in the first years of life in the quality of the mother-infant and small child bond, and specifically how well the mother accurately reads her baby, how attuned she is to the cues her baby communicates, how adept she is in soothing and calming her baby, and how compassionately she responds to her baby's needs. Yale's MTB program focuses on such beginnings and shows that even disadvantaged mothers can learn to function reflectively and mentalize accurately. But the basic processes of MTB don't stop at the emergence from infancy, but rather apply to parenting at all stages of life. These findings are very new, and Ventura County has the opportunity to get in on the ground floor of a movement which I am convinced will sweep the country. For this reason, VCMRF has wisely chosen to send 2 clinicians back to New Haven for MTB's summer training program. To further utilize their expertise, I am recommending that the principals of the MTB program be brought to Ventura County to open up the MTB program for us here. Parenthetically, California Lutheran University is enthusiastic about MTB and has expressed interest in partnering with VCMRF to bring them here. I envision a day-long conference sponsored by VCMRF, Ventura County Medical Center, Ventura County Behavioral Health, Ventura County Public Health, and California Lutheran University. Can we make this happen?